Okay, so I've got today Katie with me to have her nails done in a nice gel. She fancies having the marble. So we're going to use 3 colours today. Paradise Cove, which you chose, didn't you?
Yep.
Skinny Dip with this nice blue. And Lola, which is a very sort of bright, sort of deepish bright pink, if that makes sense. So we need to start off by doing the base coat first. I have already prepped, primed all of her nails. With the Orly gel now, I don't actually need to put primer on because this is a new base coat that they use, Easy Off base coat, and they say you don't need a primer. So I don't use that, which is quite cool. One step less to need to do, isn't it? Yep. You put that hand just up there whilst I do this one. Okay, and base coat is always just as thin as it would be for the gels and the colour. Make sure it goes to the cuticle area but not touching. And the thinner the better. And always cap your free edge on every nail. You haven't chosen what colour you're going to have as your base coat yet, have you?
I quite like blue.
Thinking of doing the blue, that would be nice. I've really loved doing my marble. It's been quite nice. It's almost, well, it started over a week now.
Pretty good.
Hmm?
It's nice and pretty though.
Hmm? I think your colours are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, they'll turn out quite well.
I hope so. The thing is, with doing the marble design, of which I did do a video of recently, didn't I?
Yeah.
Having the marble design on there is going to be really, really nice. Put that one down.
They turn out quite well. Your one looks nice.
But yeah, doing the marble design of the one that I did do in the video recently, it shows how each nail is going to be completely different. We haven't decided if we're doing every nail marble yet either.
No.
Because I've just done a purple one, marble and pink, and then sort of combined it with some other colours from in the mixing, so we can still do that.
Mhm. Yeah, it will look really nice.
Hmm? So on the thumbnail, nearly done. And then I get you to put it in the LED or UV lamp.
Okay.
I have the UV lamp. I just feel it sets it that little bit slower because they're going for 2 minutes. An LED is 60 seconds, but I find that you get quite a lot of heat spikes with the LED, so I stick with my 2 minutes. So you pop that into that lamp over there for me.
Thank you.
And then I'll do this one. Messing about with the gel polish at the bottom then. Usually I have one lamp on the left for my customer and one lamp on the right, so that when you get to doing the colours you can have put one hand in, start doing the other and put the other hand in the other side, and usually once that's set you're ready to move straight on to the other one, which works really well, rather than having just one lamp and having to sit and wait.
It's quite quick as well.
Yeah, because otherwise you've got to wait every time for one hand to finish, and if you finished the left hand and you're just waiting for the right hand to go in but you've got it ready, then it's saving a little bit of time, and I found it's worked really well. Put too much on there. Okay, and then your little one. And now, because I've actually done this, I can get you, Katie, please, to put this one in the UV lamp on the other side.
Okay.
And then we're done with that one. And the other one should finish shortly.
Yep.
So put the base coat away. Now we need to decide what colour you would like as your base out of these 3 here. And I hit the camera there, sorry. So which do you want as your base? Because your left hand's going to be finished in a minute.
Like the blue.
You want the blue as base? You said that earlier.
Yeah.
but then we weren't sure. Righty, so that left hand of yours is now done. So we'll put that one back up here for me. And we will do a thin. You don't need to wipe this off anymore. It's just perfect as it is. You don't need to wipe it because it will stick to the blue. So it makes it a lot easier for the adhering of that. Like I said, because I'm doing the marble, you want to have a little bit of a thicker layer than you would do normally. It's always thin, but not really thick like it's going to dribble off, because we are now going to mix the marble into it all as well, the other colours. So I'm going to go ahead and put the blue on all of them. And then we can work out which ones you want to have the marble design on. Which ones do you want? And which ones do you want to keep blue?
I would like to keep this one blue.
Your index?
Yep, and the ring finger blue.
So ring finger and index.
Yes.
Stay blue.
The same on every finger.
And then marble on the other three?
Yeah.
Good choice. And I always say good choice because it always looks good, so. You can see I've gone over a little bit there on her nail, but that will come off because I'm going to be mixing it all in. Oh, that's the best thing about this gel. If you make a tiny little mistake, you can just wipe it away. It's great. Your other hand's done, so just take that one out gently. Now, normally if this was a normal gel polish, I would just finish up doing these and put them in for setting. And the other hand's ready, so I could just get on and do it, but I'm not today because we're having mixed colours. So I'm just capping it there. So your index one's staying blue.
Yep,
your thumb is going to be marble, so we'll do that in a second. So I need to do the mixing of the colours. I need to have my mixing plate, which I will just grab in a second. And the brushes, which I will do in a minute as well. Okay, so I've gone and got my plate, and I'm going to put on Paradise Cove. That is so bright. That's lush. Isn't it fab? Good choice.
Really bright.
So's this pink, this Lola one of mine. It looks very red, but it also is a light in the camera as well, so. But I've got a daylight above me, so that's quite nice. So let me just give that a bit of a mix and tip that one out next to it.
Wow, that's cute.
It's bright. I really like the Paradise Cove though. It's a lovely purple. I've been looking for a purple for a long time.
It's like a shimmery purple colour.
Yeah, it has. It's got a bit of a pearly effect into it actually. Right, so it's preference as to what you prefer to use, whether you prefer to use a little brush, and this is very tiny against my nail there, or I also have a dotting tool, which is also a very tiny one as well.
Super tiny.
So I'm not really sure which to use, but I used a brush when I did my own, these ones. So we'll give it a go with the little one, and if I find it easier to do with the dotting tool. Trouble is with the dotting tool, I've scraped it and then you dig into the colour underneath. But I tend to do it better with a brush. So you dot in some purple. Then give it some little swirls into each other, because you've got the blue there to mix already. So we've done some of those. Just wipe the brush on there a bit. Dot into your pink. And blob some pinks around. If you want any thicker ones, then just go ahead and put another blob in. But you've got to try and pull it around into each other to get that marble effect. So it's just sort of swirling and mushing it around. Mush.
It looks really nice.
Mushing it around sounds funny. Mush. Okay, make sure you've got some on the edge, because this is your only layer that you're going to do, so that you cap it. That looks really good. Is the pink in all the places that you want it? You don't want any pink anywhere else?
I think it needs more pink on the side there.
This side?
Yeah.
The side facing you?
Yep.
Here?
Yeah.
A bit much on there now, so I'll swirl that in. How's that now?
That's pretty.
That's cool. Blue, mixing. And the bigger the nail, you want to put a few more bigger blobs on. But the best thing is you don't have to rush, because this doesn't set until it goes into your lamps, be it UV or LED. So you've got all the time in the world to play with it.
And you can take time.
Indeed. Perfect. Purple now. Put some purple there and there. Oh, it's so bright. Draw them in through there. If you mix it too much, you end up just getting a mushy effect. You need that marble effect. So you've got to make sure you pull it into each other well enough.
Just like your nail there.
Yeah. But the best thing is you can have any colours you like. Now, also, your dotting tool can come in very handy if you find you go over, so you can just wipe it away. There we go. That one's staying blue.
Yep.
So I turn your thumb aside. One there. One there. I have to keep turning my thumb and your nails to face me. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm going to try mixing them all in together without adding them in separately. Oh, that's cool. Make sure it goes over the free edge. Pull them straight through. That is good. And if you can see, I'm trying to cover up here the nail by drawing them through. That's so cool. Cover the free edge. How much are you happy with that? Pop it in the lamp.
Okay.
2 minutes. And then we'll go ahead and start this one. Okay, so that's been set again, and I did a second coat of the blue on the ones that were staying blue. So they look quite good, don't they?
Yeah, they're really
Brilliant.
pretty.
I need the blue again to do a second coat on your other hand. Now all we need to finish is move the plate out of the way, and then my Orly top coat. So let's put some on here. And this just makes all your colours pop. It's really nice once you put top coat on any design.
I quite like unicorns, so I chose these colours.
Ah, I wondered why.
They turned out really, really well. They look very pretty.
Ah, they're so much better once you do the top coat on. And the gel, it just stays shiny for so long. Whereas polish, you know, it's good to have polish if you want a quick design or a colour and you want to take it off. But the gel, if you're happy with the colour and the design, it can just stay on for up to 2 weeks. Which is really, really, really lovely. And the shininess stays shiny all the time. Always thin layers, same, all the way through the whole treatments. Thin layers. And capping your free edge. There we go. And again, this will go in either your choice in your salon, as in a LED lamp for 60 seconds or a UV for 2 minutes. As you already know, hopefully by now with all my videos, I only have a UV lamp. So it will go in for 2 minutes. You have your thumb. Oops. And get enough on the brush then. And let's see your other hand done. Let me just cap on here. I gently pull back at the bottom of your thumb or all your fingers if you've got short nails generally, so that I can cap underneath nicely. And if it goes on the skin, just very gently wipe it away. So pop that in the lamp please for 2 minutes.
There you go.
Okay, so that's done and finished. And now with any gel done, you have to clear it with your nail surface cleanser. Some people seem to use acetone. I don't, because acetone is the thing that can take them off. So I always use the actual nail surface cleanser or gel Orly wipe off solution, as it takes off the tacky layer. Okay, make sure you do underneath. And then make sure you finish it. Did you just have a peek at those?
Yeah.
Make sure you finish it with a cuticle oil. I use CND solar oil, which I've always used. It's one of my favourites. It smells like marzipan.
Oh,
I end up wanting to eat my fingers. So you do a little bit on all the cuticles. And I tend to use it just around the edges as well. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And then massage it in. So it's nice. If you leave it for a little bit before you do rub it in, then it doesn't take the shine away from the gel. So then we have that one all done and complete. I just need to do your other hand and wipe that off. Do you want to bring your other hand out?
Okay.
So we need to put top coat on these ones here. So let's just do top coat on this one. And again, this one went in between me setting the other one to have a second coat of blue, because this one coat isn't enough. Oops, you get your finger stuck on mine.
Sorry.
I need that one there. And then this one. They smell really nice. It's because it's almond oil. And the soda oil is lovely. I've always used that. Okay, and then your little one. Just here. I think you might not have seen me doing those ones if my wrist was in the way. It was a lot of red. I think your hand might have been too far away.
Yeah, probably.
And a heavy thumb. Bring it forward a tad. There, it come out really nicely. Look at the shine. It's brilliant.
Unicorn marble effect.
Unicorn colours, you said these were, yes.
Mhm.
I'm kind of not up with all of that. I'm not that young. Whereas you are. I think at secondary school, I suppose you're used to all of that sort of...
We have imagination.
The imagination, yeah, that's one definite way of saying it. Okay, then put that one in for 2 minutes, and then I'll do the same. Okay, so that's done. So we can wipe over with your solution. And then these ones. And underneath, always make sure you get underneath because it can be a bit sticky. And then this last little one, wipe it off. Leave it for a minute. Not a whole minute, but just a little bit. Whilst I try and attack my bin to put my little pad away. And then again, you put your CND solar oil on.
Marzipan.
So you have marzipan yummy fingers. And they're also nourished at the same time. So again, and just massage it in. Do underneath, because that's always nice. And just underneath. And then the last one. Underneath. If I take away these for you. And that's all of them done. With, let me put them in there. Those 3 colours. All done. Perfect. You like?
Yeah. Thank you.
See you again. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.